many years ago, I tried to do timeshare.
Oh, wow.
So my uncle was into timeshare. He sold, he reeled you guys in. But he's making a spiel about timeshare. And so mine was well, what do you think about I know you're here for the free VCR. Bro.
You were like the closer?
No, I was like getting to the closer, right?
Oh.
But I never got there because I was just like, they'd be like, no. I'm like, all right. Sounds good to me. Welcome back to Just Weirdly Blended. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Tom.
Oh, man. I was like, had a little frog in my throat there for a minute. Like,
Is that why you came in hot?
That's why I came in hot, because I had to clear my throat. Let me clear my throat.
Well, you tricked me. I was like, oh, okay, we're high energy today.
High energy.
I was ready for it.
Let's go.
But I don't think I ever sound ready for high energy when this thing starts.
I
listen back and I was like, what? How
our
tired
energy
am
takes
I?
a minute.
It takes a minute, but
When do you think our energy is at the highest? Do you think it's nighttime?
Probably, yeah,
Or morning.
Maybe
I don't
at
know.
night. Maybe
Sometimes
at
I
night.
wonder.
Depends on the day, though. A really rough day, and energy can be low.
I'm not gonna lie. So yesterday I did a 15K, right?
Yeah.
Like what I told you about, and later on, I was just like, oh my god. Do you ever get in those moods where you're just not wanting to be around? You're not in a people mood.
Yeah.
It hit me like that. I was like,
Uh-oh.
babe, why did we have people over? I just don't feel like being it. But it goes.
Glad to know you didn't want me around last night.
No. But I wanted people around. But
No. I totally understand.
You know what I mean?
I always before the event, I can definitely get in that mood. And then as soon as people get there, I'm like, it is fun.
Yeah, no, that's what it was.
Gotcha.
It was like one of those. And it was funny because Alicia is the one that actually said it. She's like, oh, why did I agree to being a host?
Yeah.
I was like, I laughed. I'm like, I get it. I go, I was feeling that same way.
There's a lot of work when you're hosting too, so it gets a little tiring
sometimes. But I was just like, and then after running, I was kind of just like out of it. But then once everyone showed up, obviously it's fun.
Yeah, then it's fun.
We did a fire pit. It's that time of year, man.
So I can smell campfire on me. I love the smell of a good
I had a shower afterwards last night because I'm like, that smell of campfire, love it. But then my whole bed will smell.
I just fell asleep on the couch with puppies all over me.
Oh, God.
It was
a little fluffy puffy on you? The fluffy puffy?
Kind of. He actually slept. So I was watching Evil Lives Here.
Oh, yeah. Great movie or great show to fall asleep to.
Great show.
Wakes up with his wife over him with a knife.
Horrible stories.
Can you imagine? What if you woke
creepy
up,
people.
Blanca over.
If your wife is in my house randomly with a knife, I mean, whoa.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Your husband loves me. What am I going to do?
I know.
No, she would like stand over me with a knife.
Just as a joke.
I would easily take the knife. Frankly, she's very weak. But
Maybe.
No, it's like, dude, this Evil Lives Here. I mean, if you've never watched it, it's like, my brother was born a psychopath.
Yeah.
And he would like kill animals, and then he would like beat me up in the closet. And then my mom always took his side. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, gets crazier and crazier.
How traumatic.
Awfully traumatic. Is that a word? Awfully traumatic?
That's like
anyway.
Your brother's psycho fucking with you, and your mom's all like, well, you had it coming.
Well, listen, you're kind of a little bitch. Leave your brother alone.
What did you do?
Yeah, I mean, last night I was kind of sad because the gal, I don't know how many times I've started and stopped this episode because I think every time it's late, I'm going to fall asleep. Mm-hmm. I've seen the same lady like 3 times over the last 3 months.
You're gonna have dreams about her,
and she like starts breaking down and like crying at one point. You're like, ah, shit, this is real. They always show the producer walk on. It's gonna be okay.
Oh, they're waiting for them to cry.
Yeah, keep rolling.
They're like, hey, bring something sad up. Like,
yeah. They shoved the picture at like.
You remember when your brother got murdered?
Are you having a hard time right now? Let's show you a picture of the guy who did it. There you go.
Yeah, you remember your mom and you were traumatic when you seen her dead? Well, here's a picture of your mom dead.
This is a crime scene photo.
Yeah, her head's
missing. What do you feel like when she's got bullet holes inside of her?
I know.
Yeah, you're like, well, shit, okay. And then they always angrily push the picture back. It's a great show.
It is a good show.
But yeah, so I fell asleep with the 2 tiny puppies, our little birth puppies.
oh, they're like the size of my hand.
They're itty bitty. And so they slept on my side. And then Coco kind of slept near me, which is one of our chihuahuas. And then Joni for a while was at my feet.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, it was a busy night.
Does that get you hot?
Normally, yes, but
I would.
I was just, I didn't have blankets or anything. I'm just laying there. So it wasn't bad.
So last night when I was asleep, you remember how when we were eating dinner, so we had Brooke and David over, and Brooke brought up, like, if she drinks too much wine or something, she gets night sweats.
Yeah.
The funniest thing, I didn't drink, and I had the worst night sweats last night. Like, to the point where I was, like, cold. So I woke up, went to the restroom. I'm sitting there shivering, like a fever, like almost like that, like cold, like that way.
Wow.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm in bed. I'm just like, my body's just like wet and it's so uncomfortable and gross. I hate it. And then any part of the blanket's like kind of sweaty, so I'm like,
and it's cold. You touch it, it's like frigid.
Dude, it was terrible. I felt like nasty.
Is Night Sweats an 80s movie? Doesn't Night Sweats sound like like an 80s movie?
It does. Night Sweats.
And like neon writing or something. Night Sweats.
Yeah. It's a club movie.
Yeah, right.
It's a dance movie.
It's because you get all high on coke.
It's like Footloose. Yeah.
And then you start sweating profusely.
Dude. But Night Sweats is terrible. I don't know if it's because I took ibuprofen or what, but I was a fucking sweaty ass pig and it was the gross. It's so gross.
Like that. I had one night, because, obviously we have a shit ton of dogs. There was one on one side of me, one on the other, and they'd pinned me under the blankets, which when I first went to bed, I was kind of cold. So I had the blankets on. But about midnight, like you're saying, I'm not cold anymore.
Yeah.
And it was like I was in a microwave. I just was like, I moved them and had to rip the sheets off, and it just, you feel like you're dying.
Yeah.
Or when you're super thirsty in the middle of the night. Oh,
that was last night.
That's the worst. Yeah, I had a night. It was like I was dreaming that it was like the pee dreams where you don't stop peeing, but it was drinking. I was just drinking water after water after water, and I couldn't satiate that thirst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Satiate.
A nice word. Right? I don't know.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
Insatiable, right?
Yeah, insatiable. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm not big on words. They're stupid.
I have the biggest words. I got the best words.
I got the best words. I'm the best.
The biggest, best words.
I got the smallest words. Biggest dick. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't need big words when you got a big, you know what I'm saying.
But no, the worst though is when you are super hot, but then you can't get the blanket off you and you feel trapped.
Yeah. And
You're
there's
like,
that desperation.
Like wrapped underneath.
There's that desperation. Trying to get it off you. Yeah.
Like I'm going to melt.
That panic, that slight panic of death. Like, yeah.
I wonder if that's how it feels being claustrophobic.
Oh, I'm sure it does. Because, like, I've had moments like that where, like, last year when I was, like, my anxiety was kind of out of control. I think I told you, like, I had, like, physical manifestations in my glutes. And I would just feel.
Were your butt cheeks like tingling or?
No, it was definitely a psychosomatic thing. So there's no actual sensation, but like just almost the feeling of unease.
Okay,
like, but centralized into muscle, if that makes sense.
No, yeah.
And so it just was this feeling like I need to move. And then I would think about if somebody had tied me up or like I was trapped in something, like, and then it was like, like complete panic. Yeah.
I can, so I've done this before and I don't know if I've talked about it, but like, I'll like sit there and I'll not move my legs, but I'll think about moving my legs.
Yeah.
And it trips me out.
And it's awful.
And I'm like, I start shaking.
Like,
I'll do that purposely.
That must be what like Tourette's is like.
Maybe.
I feel awful for people that have like true Tourette's because like it's bad enough. Maybe I do have Tourette's. Maybe that's the problem and I just don't know it. But
maybe.
I mean,
you do cuss a lot.
Fuck, shit, damn it.
God damn it.
No.
There was a girl on, was it YouTube or TikTok that she like her thing, she has Tourette's. Mm-hmm. But then like, you ever read into the comments and then people are like, oh, that's not, you don't have Tourette's, you're faking it.
Yeah. The thing with Tourette's is most people don't know what Tourette's actually manifests like. It's different for every person, and very few people actually have audio tics, like verbal tics. It's typically just like certain repetitive motions. Yeah. And it's a mental thing. And I get it because of the anxiety level last year that I had for whatever reason. Like they try to control it, but it's like they can't, and then they release it. And then it's like it builds up again, and then just have to do the tick to let it go.
Okay, yeah.
It is like it's got to be an anxiety connection or something. But
I know this gal, she like addressed a couple of the comments that she probably seen, but I guess, and I don't know how true this is because I'm not a Tourette's expert.
I'm not either, but I took some classes in college. I know.
So you know more than me.
I know a little bit.
So he's he's a doctor. He's professional.
I'm a medical doctor in it.
Yeah. But she says you can because she had the audio, so she'd be like, "Fuck, oh, let's go," or something like that.
Yeah.
But I guess they can pick up tics from other people. Like they'll see
I can see that.
They'll see someone else doing saying "let's go," and then all of a sudden that kind of sticks in their head.
Like, let's go.
They're like, let's go.
Oh, let's go. So they're like a teenager.
Yeah. And I'm not making fun of people with Tourette's.
No. But I am making fun of people that say "let's go" all the time.
Oh God,
man, we were watching Love Is Blind, and this one guy, like they're just younger than us, I guess. Like they're just out of that age range. I'm assuming. Maybe not. I should be saying "let's go" all the time, but
let's go.
I mean, they were like left and right. I was like, man, like, and I liked the guy that was saying it. Like, I thought he was a good guy, but I was like, man, bro, you got to stop saying "let's go." Like, it's getting real college vibes, and
there's a guy I watched it. Sometimes his videos come across my feed. Sometimes when I'm watching, and he does that all the time. But he's doing it because they have like teenage sons, I think.
Oh, see.
So he does it as a joke.
My brother does that, and I find that hysterical. So Blanca does not, but I think it's absolutely funny.
His whole thing is he acts like he's a teenager.
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah, you've shown me.
Let's go.
Yeah, he does over the top. Come on, bro. Right? Is another one where he's like,
yeah, he's like, bro, come on. You're doing too much. You're doing too much right now. I love that.
The craziest thing, though, what was the phrase? Oh, dead ass. We started watching. Which
dead ass. Yeah, I know dead ass.
I don't say dead ass. It's just not my
dead ass
vernacular, but vernacular. See,
it's not my
I'm not that great with words.
It's not my vernacular.
There's a dead ass is something that I just recently started hearing, probably within the last year, maybe 2 years. But we started rewatching Modern Family, which goes back to like 2010 or something. Okay. Right?
Yeah,
like the first season is quite a while ago. It's like a decade old.
Is it that old?
Yeah.
Almost 15 years?
Yeah. Like it truly is. At least 10 years.
Wow.
But yeah. And the girl.
Dead ass?
The girl, Haley, the oldest sister, right?
I'm agreeing, but I don't know.
There's like towards the end of season 1, there's a scene where she says dead ass in that context.
Oh, I wonder if
did she make
did
dead
she
ass?
voice? Did she like
and some
it?
kid saw it 10, 15 years later and was like, oh, dead ass.
Dead ass. Dead
I don't know. I never
I'm dead
heard
ass serious.
It blew my mind. I looked at Blanca. She looked at me. We locked eyes and we were both like, how long has this been going on?
Dead ass is I heard it because.
Well, you have kids that age.
Well, no, I heard it from. So Alicia would watch this girl, Bianca.
Oh yeah.
She does makeup and stuff.
Yep.
Right. She would always watch her videos, and so she would say that word a lot. That's where I would hear it.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, what? I never heard that word.
That gal cracks me up because Blanca watched her too. And the beginning of every video is exactly the same. Fixing the boobs, taking a drink from a straw, fixing the boobs again.
There was a couple videos, I guess, where her nipple popped out.
Oh, gosh.
During like her makeup things. Because she'd do makeup. She'd do like, during the Halloween time, she would do like actual like... like a deck, I'm going to look like Jack the Ripper. I don't know. Something like that. She would do like face paint. I'm going to look like a pumpkin today.
She put on a top hat.
Yeah, I'm done. I would like to think Jack the Ripper was running around the streets with the top hat.
Yeah, well, he was.
That's
he
hilarious.
was a gentleman.
Yeah.
He was a gentleman.
Yeah.
We were talking to the late 1800s.
he was a
If
John.
he wasn't running around with a top hat, people would be like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
He's sitting there, Abraham Lincolned out, murdering
The
people.
the tallest hat. I want a hat taller than anybody else's hat. I don't want
I
to
need to take
stand
my
out.
sweater
I
off.
want the tallest hat.
I gotta take my sweater off. I'm like,
All right,
balls.
go for it. So you still got those night sweats?
I do. Over here.
What was I gonna say around? Oh, there's a girl that I saw. She was. It was around Christmas time, and she starts putting makeup on. And at first it just looks like someone drawing like a kid on their face. There's like deep dark lines, but then they start blending, I guess. And by the end of it, she looked like Chevy Chase with the Christmas hat on the cover of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. She looked
And she was going for that
just
look.
like that's what she was going. Yeah, no, it wasn't an accident. She's like, oh, it kind of looks like Chevy Chase.
She's like, yikes.
No, it was like she was, because you can start to see it. Like, 3/4 of the way through, you're like, oh,
Dude,
it's
there's
nuts. It's insane.
some of that makeup is like borderline like scary. How this girl can look like,
Ursula can
Dog
make herself
shit.
look like.
and then she goes and she looks like a supermodel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was
It's-
this girl.
it's
She had like
catfishing.
fake teeth,
Oh, I know exactly.
and so
what you're talking about.
she's tatted up, and so she's not the most attractive looking gal. When she's done with her makeup, like night and day.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn,
That's not fair.
She looks good. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, that's catfishing at its
That's
finest.
catfishing.
That's illegal.
That's illegal.
Can you imagine?
False
Like,
pretenses. I'm in this relationship
You're-
under false pretenses.
I'm at a bar and I pick up this girl and I think she's so hot, and then you go home, you guys do your thing,
Yeah.
and then like you wake up the next morning and a face is kind of imprinted in the pillow because of so much makeup, and then she turns and she's just like
It's like
a
Jesus
beast.
on the bread. Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm never watching this pillow. It looks like the Lord.
Wow, the Lord with cross-dressing on your pillow. Wow, it looks just like Jesus with.
Well, you could probably sell it to someone, like you
could.
said, the toast or the fucking tortilla.
This is Jesus with lipstick on. It's incredible.
It's like,
Sorry, that's. I'm sure that's gonna ruffle a few feathers out there, but
but that's crazy though.
yeah.
I don't know. There was something else I was gonna bring up when you were talking about the something. I don't know. I can't even remember now. That's
Don't
how
you hate
bad
that?
my mind is sometimes.
No, I almost forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah. I always forget. Like I'll have
Yeah.
something I'm thinking in my head. Okay, just keep it there. Keep it
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
And then we're
yeah.
talking, and then
It just goes away, or the conversation takes a different turn, and,
And
then
then
shit, now I can't say that.
well, no, I just don't remember.
Yeah.
Like I'll just forget.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Man,
God damn it. I had a point.
Jack the Ripper, right?
Yeah, Jack the Ripper. Can you believe it? This guy.
That guy.
Did they ever find? They never found him though.
No.
Don't they have like someone they thought was Jack the Ripper?
There
though?
are a couple of like probable suspects, I guess, but no, I don't think it's ever been closed. Like it's never been confirmed. I did enjoy. There was a series on the History Channel where they were like comparing H.H. Holmes in Chicago to him.
Okay.
And it was like, did the American Ripper, I think they called it. And it was the concept like, did Jack the Ripper leave London and go home to America? Like, was he from America? And that's why it just all of a sudden starts in August of 1888. And then, like, it ends. Did he go back to Chicago?
That would
Because
be
he was
crazy.
a businessman and all this stuff. Like,
He's
a
just
con man.
traveling.
But, like, if you know about H.H. Holmes, that guy was a freak.
Did he have a top hat?
Yeah, of course he did. He had a bowler hat, which actually some of the Jack the Ripper reports say that he wore a bowler hat. That people that saw
Is
him,
that the round?
that's the round one.
Yeah.
yeah, right. So
Those
a
are kinda
little,
cool
little
hats.
less conspicuous, you know. Like instead of Abraham Lincoln.
What
walking
what
down the
happened? Why don't we wear hats like that?
road. I don't know.
anymore?
I'm personally depressed about it because I fucking love fedoras.
Yeah, like
Old school, like double-breasted pinstripe suits
Dude.
and shit with.
people used to
with a
dress.
yeah, so
I can't even say no. I'm
to the
fucking-
nines. And then we're not t-shirts.
Should we start doing our podcast in pinstripe suits?
Fucking A, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And fucking.
Zoot suit and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be Al Capone or something.
You're right. I gotta cut your
So
cheek.
did any of the mobsters sound like that? Did they have that?
Oh, yeah.
Listen to all the old movies. They all did.
Yeah, stick it up. Put your arms in
Yeah.
the sky.
Stick it up your ass. Yeah.
Stick the gun up your butt. Pull the trigger. Blast your guts to your mouth.
Fuck. I don't know.
Yikes. That's scary.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if they really did. You know what I think it comes from? Because everyone smoked back in the day.
Yeah.
They probably had a cigarette in their mouth, you know? So they sound like this because they had a
Or
cigarette
they had
in
a
their
carrot.
mouth. A carrot, like in Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
see?
see?
Is that where it came from? Bugs Bunny?
Bugs Bunny, like, that's how he spoke.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah.
He
I
had
can't
that
do that fast
accent.
enough. He did.
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
And he liked dressing like a chick.
Yeah. He was a cross-dresser.
He was hot. He was a hot little bunny.
He was a hot little bunny, let me
Look
tell
at
you.
you.
Look at
little
you
hot
all
thing.
dolled up. Isn't it funny though that was like, and that like now we're all like, oh, pedophiles are trying to defile our children and stuff. It's like, hey, back in when was Bugs Bunny? The
70s?
60s?
Well, probably. For
we're
me,
talking a long time ago. There's cross-dressing in every episode of that show, and they
Dude,
weren't trying. You know, it was
cartoons are
funny.
mildly racist too back then.
Mildly. Have you seen the
little bit.
Japanese people in old cartoons?
They're like, oh, Mia's so good.
It's
like,
like
Jesus.
racist. Oh, I'm an evil person. Like
There was a
okay.
game that I don't know if God, where? Oh no! So we were at Alicia's sister's house a couple weeks back, and they had one of those small little Nintendos.
Yeah.
that have like
Every game.
yeah, and so it's like a knockoff. So it has
Yeah.
these knockoff. It's Mario, but it's like not Mario.
Oh, okay.
Well, there was a game on there, and I'd seen it, and I was like, you know what? This kind of
There's
looks a
no
little-
way, but I need to check this out.
This is mildly like this character looks racist, like racist. It had that look from those cartoons where, you know, the way they portrayed like African Americans, where they have like the big lip, like, and they're like, you know, the
like
way
the
they,
1920s cartoon character.
like the, you know, like the Mickey
Yes.
Mouse style, like,
Yes,
and
yes.
this is how this cartoon character looked, and I was like,
That seems cancelable. Yeah.
yeah, but it's a bear, but it just looked very,
It's a bear in
Reminiscent.
blackface. Is that?
yeah. Let me see. I could probably, if I took a picture of it,
It's a bear.
it is, and I was like, he's in blackface.
I mean, that's kind of what it was, right? Was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Isn't that where that image comes from? I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
No,
maybe
you're not
maybe I'm
wrong.
mixing two things together, but I know what you mean about the cartoon.
That's, I don't know what.
Kind of.
Kind of.
I could see the argument. Yeah.
No,
yeah, for sure.
I think it's the gloves and then the way the mouth is. So he's not like a completely, but to me, as soon as I seen
it's
it,
like you saw it.
I was like, that don't look right.
Yeah.
And it was called like Black Mouse or something crazy. I guess you can kind of see it, but you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. To me, that looks
I gotcha.
look a little sus.
I love to see it call it racist. We're just gonna call
Little
it racist.
Isn't that what the kids say, right? Getting back to those
sus.
kids and their words.
Now that one I think comes from
Among Us.
Among Us. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You're sus. You're sus.
I think that's where that came from too. Yeah.
Because I never heard it before, Among Us, and I only know about Among Us because of my
kids.
children.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would know nothing about it if it weren't for them. But yeah, that's the first time I started to hear it, and I know they are like suspicious of somebody being the bad guy.
Yeah.
Our kids are pretty much watching videos and playing that Mafia game night game all the time.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, who's the mobster?
Yeah, they love that game. I played it a few times with them.
Yeah.
That game was huge for a second.
It was. It was
like,
big.
oh, man, now we're bored.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kids these days.
I mean,
Like,
that's with
they're
any
not
game.
going to hang on to it for.
I just
Forever.
Well, I haven't downloaded the game yet, but I pre-ordered this game called The Rise of the Ronin.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to.
Nice.
I know. I'm supposed to go golf today. I'd rather fucking play video games.
There's days like that, especially like our weather's so shitty today. We had 77-degree weather.
Speaking of bipolar.
Yeah, right. The weather,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. For sure.
Going into our weather segment. Yeah, but it was like 77 degrees and sunny and nice. It was gorgeous. Gorgeous. And now we're in the rain.
It was gorgeous. And then what happened? Something was coming up. The weekend was coming up.
Oh,
and it's
right.
like,
And then the
fuck
weekend
you.
came. And we're going to get some wind tonight, I'm sure, because we have recycling and garbage day tomorrow. And it seems like every fucking week minus last week. Last week was the only week where it was nice. I swear to God, every Sunday night, the wind starts to blow.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And then Monday is a shit show. And I ended up one day with so much recyclables in my yard. I was like,
Sometimes my neighbor, his shit gets in my yard.
yeah, right.
You know, and I'm nice and I pick it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to start texting that motherfucker saying, come pick your garbage up.
Right.
It's not mine.
I'll pick up my dog poop when you pick up your recyclables.
You know what? When your garbage is in my yard, my dog's going to go shit in yours.
Yeah.
That's a fair trade.
That is a fair trade.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
is a fair trade. He's
My
so
dogs are
worried about
little.
his rocks.
Oh, my rocks that are still in a fucking pile.
Yeah. What a
you know,
turd.
Aside from the events that happen in that house, I still don't like the guy. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I try to be nice. I hate trying to be nice to people and then they just
They step on it.
kind of.
The
It's
guy
like,
seems slightly unlikable. I'm
like
gonna be
I
honest.
always kind of went out my way, say hi, or you know, I try to be a very neighborly person. Like my neighbor Daryl next to me, he knows how I am. I fucking snow shoveled his whole driveway one year because I thought they couldn't get out because they're older.
Yeah. It was a nice thing to do.
So I was like, let me do this, and I'll fucking sweep in front of their yards. So when I sweep up the rocks, I'll sweep up in front of his.
Excuse me.
Even though he has this grandson that lives there now.
Yeah. You still help him out.
I still do that. Yeah, because Daryl has his own place. His
Daryl's
grandson-
a good guy.
He's a good guy.
I can't talk. I can only say big words.
You can only say big, little words make him feel stupid.
It's below me. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He
I
is a
met
good guy.
Daryl once. Very nice guy.
Yeah, he's super nice.
Their backyard is really cool.
Oh god.
They have all these like tiers, and you guys could easily
like a
do that.
park.
You could do that on the backside.
Yeah, well, that's what we're gonna do. So we just bought these willow trees. They're not weeping willows. Alicia wants weeping, the ones that kind of.
Oh, there's a different kind of willow.
Yeah, it grows. I don't know. It grows.
It grows up like a normal tree.
It's crazy. It's supposed to growing down,
Okay,
but no, the branches don't like
they don't droop. Yeah.
At least that from what we looked, it doesn't
Okay.
look like that. But we're gonna plant those in the back.
So he chopped a huge chunk off, huh?
Yeah, and you just put them in
then
water.
They root. Yeah. Nice.
It's just like I have this tree that's a weed that just
yeah.
a
Doesn't
branch.
even need water.
Oh no, it doesn't. Like, dude, I can throw a branch off.
Yep,
And
that's
if it
poplar.
sticks in the ground, it'll grow.
That's poplar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that popular to me. I don't like it.
Poplar.
I'm not popular.
Hear that old song? I
Poplar.
want to be popular. What was that from? That was from some
I don't know.
popular song, right? Wasn't that in like a cartoon or? Forget it.
I don't even remember. I don't remember.
Some girl thing, I think.
It's probably some stupid show. Anyway, but how you been?
I've been doing pretty good.
You had an easy week?
My
Because didn't you guys have off Friday? Or did you have to work?
No, I worked, but it was easy. Anytime you're not teaching to students, it's like easier. And I'm definitely hitting a stride now where it's like, even having to be on all the time is like, whatever. It's not, I don't know. I'm feeling very good about work right now. So
I hate being like, sometimes being on all the time sucks.
yeah, but like,
But you got
that's
kids.
that's my thing. Like,
Well, no,
you're
yeah.
just on. Like,
You have to be.
they're there to learn, and you're there to give them.
Here's a
learning.
packet. Teach yourself. Jesus Christ, you kids are stupid.
Actually, we were talking about they call it the Danielson.
You guys can't
framework.
read?
To all you teacher friends out there, if you're in Washington, the Danielson framework. It's it's a guide to improve your teaching, but it's also what our not our grade, but our
Profession.
your proficiency level.
Oh, okay,
like when
okay.
they look to see if you're doing your job, that's what you get scored on, right? Is this Danielson framework score? And I was like, we were joking around a little bit because like when you're the highest level, they call it distinguished. There's a lot of student driven, and students are part of creating and student. And so the joke that's easy to make is for first grade kindergarten is like, well, the kids are doing everything. I'm distinguished. I'm not.
If you're
there.
distinguished, can you come in with like a cigar?
Yeah. I
Like,
can't.
sorry, I got my scotch and my cigar.
There's that movie Bad Teacher. And then that same teacher is distinguished teacher because she's allowing them to have input in the class. You want to talk? You can talk all. No, I'm joking. There's a lot of teacher guidance, and it's very difficult to be distinguished and everything. But
I think
it was a fun joke. We had a good time, and then we got to work with our team. So it was a nice day. It was a nice work day. It's good. It's very nice sometimes to have time just to do the work that you need to do to actually keep things moving along.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, so it's anytime we get that, it's a blessing. So.
I mean, even for my job, like working with like grown ass folks, it's the same way. Kind of. You know, you want to. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was cool. Like we had our all staff meeting on Wednesday.
Well,
And so it was kind of nice to have like my whole team there and, you know, get to talk. And then it I don't know, it feels good when, you know, you get recognized by your people as being like
Right.
a decent supervisor. Someone was like,
no, that's
I'm
nice.
distinguished too.
Very nice.
But they don't, you know, we don't have a title.
Gotcha.
They just make me feel good sometimes.
No, I was very clear.
Look at you,
I am
brown nosers.
More than
making
happy
me
to
feel
be
so good.
fine being just proficient. Proficient's good enough for me. I just want to do a good job. That's all I really care about.
I like to be here. There's the radar. I'm below that.
I want to do good enough to not be seen and not too
So
good.
that's the thing with like salespeople, right?
Yeah.
Salespeople, like they want to be the best. So they hit the ceiling, right? And they're just selling. Well, next year, maybe it isn't here, it's here, and then you're fucking fired.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're not doing you usually make 30 grand.
Right,
This year
see.
you only made 20 grand. Sorry.
That's too much stress for me.
No, for real.
Like, yeah.
And so that's like, I don't know, you got to be on it. So like, I was telling someone, if I was into sales, I would just sell enough. Like, they would know Jesse is always doing about 20 grand a month.
So no one's going to hire you for sales.
No, they would because consistent. Because a lot of times with sales, you got like one of my best friends, Efren,
Yeah.
salesman. He'll do great, but he's lost a lot of jobs because, you know, he'll have months which like any other
Like
salesman,
anybody.
where it's a little lower, but it's like he was here and then he was here.
But if you compare them to somebody else, like,
But then if you got that one
outperforming-
guy that's just always at 15, he's always selling them. You already know you're going to keep that guy.
Yeah.
He's Mr. Consistency. So that'd be me.
That's
I'd just
right.
be consistent.
well, we can count on his.
Like, whoa,
numbers.
whoa. I'm not going to sell to you. You're going to make my quota go up higher than I
Yeah.
need to.
You know what? You don't want
Go
this
over
car.
to him.
This car's trash. It's
Yeah.
the worst car. You need to go next door.
You know what? You're trash. Get out of my
get
yard.
outta here.
Get out of my.
I don't like you. We don't deal with you.
God, I would be a terrible salesman though. I tried to do many years ago. I tried to do timeshare.
Oh wow.
So my uncle was into timeshare. He sold, you know, he reeled you guys in, and you know, you're still in it.
You tried to reel them in. You're like, yeah, this is kind of shit. You need to leave.
Yeah. So like I'm doing, you know, he would do his whole sales pitch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And he would be like talking about cost. Like he would use Costco as like a kind of an example because of how much money they
membership.
make off the memberships and this and that, right?
Yeah.
And so he's making a spiel about timeshare, and so mine was to, well, what do you think about I know you're here for the free VCR, but because there was always like a free toaster, free fucking trip for two.
You were like the closer.
No, I was like getting to the closer, right?
Oh.
But I never got there because I was just
gotcha.
like, they'd be like, no, I'm like, all right. Sounds good to me.
Here's a toaster. See you
I
later.
don't give a fuck. Yeah, go get your toaster over in that fucking window.
No, you got to put the pressure.
And then
on.
there was this kid I remember there that he was like, he had like racism. He was like racist, like mildly. He would say the racist things. Like I remember he said something about like a family because there was a like a black couple that were kind of interested and they didn't get it, and which I don't blame them. They were smart because it's timeshare. It's a fucking hoax.
Yeah, it's
right?
a
Not
garbage.
a hoax, but what do they call
Well,
it?
it's garbage. It's predatory.
Yeah, so
For
like
sure.
he said something that I didn't like actually, and then he said something about Mexicans too, which also triggered
Okay.
me because I'm Mexican.
He's a salesperson and
Oh,
he's
dude,
being
yeah, and
flat out
he's
racist.
and he would say things, but they were, I don't know. You're white, so you don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
To me, it's just regular.
He's just talking.
That sounds.
What do you mean
perfectly
he wasn't
harmless
waiting
to
on
me.
you hand and foot? I agree with him.
Huh.
No, but he said some stuff, and I was just like,
Weird.
I'm like 18, probably 19.
Yeah. Now this
And at
is
the time,
a guy about your age, or
He's about my age, maybe a year older, maybe. I don't know. I think my uncle knows him at this, if I remember correctly. And like my girlfriend at the time, my high school sweetheart that I'd been with for 4 years, she was African American.
Yeah.
So he said some stuff that I didn't really like, and I told my uncle, I was like,
while he was presenting,
no,
said
he wasn't
this
pretty.
stuff?
Like he would say side comments to me.
So not everyone's hearing it.
No, I'm hearing it.
I mean, I'm not saying that that's okay. I'm just saying, I'm thinking if you're trying to sell to
And I'm
people,
looking
why
at this
would
guy-
you be racist to them?
No, he wasn't racist to them.
But
they
he's
wouldn't
looking
do
out
it.
at the
Oh,
audience,
of course they wouldn't.
and then he's coming over, and I see. I see.
Oh, look at the Mexicans. Fuck, of course they wouldn't buy it because they're poor little Mexicans. He'd say stupid like.
For real?
Yeah, he would say stuff. Maybe not like that, but like he would say stuff that was more.
So what you said was worse.
No, what I said was mild to me. Like, oh, he's poor because he's Mexican. But no, he would say stupid shit where it was like,
What a dick.
I was like, I remember at one point I was like looking at him like, this motherfucker, I want to fuck you up right now.
Can you imagine if
Like
you
I'm
just,
staring at him like, dude, I want to.
If you just tackled him in front of all these people?
No, I did. I wanted to choke this guy out, and I'm like,
Yeah, that'd be.
and obviously I'm not like I don't like to be out there, and I'm not like a. And I said, hey, I told my uncle, man, I don't, this isn't for me, but this kid, man, I don't like him. Like he's said some shit that I don't really agree with, and so I don't know what happened after that. That was my only stint.
Wow.
Trying to do timeshare was that day. I think it was just one day. I was like, I'm good.
No, I hear you.
Girl, I am good,
I'm
bitch.
not a salesman either. I mean, we're all salesmen to some point, like, because we sell what we believe in.
In my head, I'm amazing.
Yeah.
In my head, I can sell great. Like in my head, I have this speech down. I like fucking got a sales pitch.
Yeah.
When it comes out, I sound like someone hit me in my balls. Maybe I got a little brain damage. I have Tourette's.
So I mentioned that we've been watching
The Gambler.
Modern Family. And I identify with a comment made by Phil Dunphy, the dad in the show. He's actually a good salesman because he's a realtor, like a successful realtor.
Yeah.
But the way that Ty Burrell, I think his name is, plays this character is just perfect. Has like something but means something else all the time. Like, he's just a goofball. And he goes, I'm great at sales. I could sell a coat to an Eskimo. It's like, that's me. I can sell something needed by somebody to them.
I don't know if I could.
Yeah.
Like if they said no, I'm like, all right.
Because Tommy Boy, there was a line that was actually good for sales. The dad was supposed to be such a good salesman, he could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. Now that's a good one because, like,
Well, there was such a lot of good lines in that one.
yeah, that was a great
Like,
one.
I can put I can put a guarantee in a box.
I can take
I
a
can't
shit in
tell-
a box and put it my guaranteed on it, but it doesn't make it guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? All you got is a guaranteed piece of shit. Am I right?
Yeah, I love that. Or then you try to do the cow up the cow's ass. Or something.
You get a good look at it. Yeah, the dad says you get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up a bull's ass. Wouldn't you rather take the butcher's word for it?
Yeah.
He goes, you can get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up there, but wait, it must be your bull.
Yeah.
The butcher's ass.
Yeah.
The butcher's ass. Would you rather take his word for it? What? No, wait. Must be your
Wait,
bull.
your own ass.
So funny.
Yeah. I love those lines. But that'd be me.
Yeah, me
like
too.
I'd be terrible. Like I said,
Well,
I've
I'm
tried.
like you. I'm not gonna high pressure somebody. Like, you're not into it. That's good. You need to leave now.
So for a living, I work on computers.
Yeah.
I'm a computers person, but by nature, I'm a customer service person. Like my team is, we do fit. We're in the clinics, we fix things, but I'm also this I'm a service supervisor.
Yeah.
So customer service is kind of my thing, which I'm phenomenal at customer service. Always have been, but it just does not translate well to sales.
Sure.
Thinking I could do it. Because I tried doing that. I tried telemarketing. That didn't work. I tried trying to sell Rembrandts and like stupid little arts to like fucking random places. That sucked. I think the only thing I got out of that was it was the first time I ever heard the group Godsmack. because this girl would take me around. She would listen to that. I was like, who's this? And she's like, oh, it's Godsmack and stuff. I'm like, okay, I like
So
them.
it seems like to be an art dealer, you'd have to pretend like you were like British and really like high
Hello.
class. Yeah, come out in the pinstripe suit
And a
with
bowl hat.
with a cane and like a Rolls Royce pulls up. Hello, would you like to buy some?
I know, I'm in this fucking V-dub rabbit, fucking missing a headlight.
Would you guys want some Rembrandt?
Going to this Safeway with 2 little paints.
Safeway.
Serious, we went to a Safeway and I'm like,
Do they put art up in Safeways?
probably in their office, I don't know.
Not now.
But all I know, I was just like, God, I don't want to do this. It
So you just
sucks,
sold
bro.
posters to people.
Yeah, it would be like it would
Yeah, it's
essentially, but no, it was in a frame. It was
yeah.
framed, so it was decent.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Don't get me wrong.
High quality reproduction.
But it's not one of those things I'm not like, hey. It's
My
more
life
like
is
you could go to
about
Ross and buy the same
reproduced
shit.
art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, fuck.
You should go into law firms. I mean, they're always looking for nice.
Well, so
art.
you would go to stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not a cold, like what are they, cold calls? Kind of.
Yeah.
That's essentially what you're doing.
Right. Just walking in. Hey, I'd like to talk to you about.
I
some art."
noticed your walls are bare. You know what would be great?
When I came in here,
Starry Night.
you should have sent her in beforehand. She'd be like, "My husband, I need to leave him," and then she's like, "But your walls are so bare. I must go somewhere else." And then
Have
she
a whole
leaves.
skit.
And then you walk in. Hi, I'm an art dealer. Are your walls bare?
Right, I would be the rhyming walls dealer. Your
Nah,
walls
man.
bare? Are you scared because your walls are bare? No, but I was just like kind of like, it was like a working interview in a sense. So
Okay.
she would do everything. I was just kind of like her little puppy, and I would be there.
Yeah.
And like,
Jesse, run out there and get them Rembrandts.
yeah, I don't think we made one sale.
Really? So she wasn't very.
And
good
she was
at
like
her
a
job
rocker
either?
looking chick. Nothing wrong with the rocker chick. She was, like they can be pretty hot, but like
Sure.
it just didn't have that sales quality.
She looked like,
Like, you know what?
She looked like she was at a concert.
She
while
looked like she was trying to get money for drugs.
Well, yeah, no, you got to
You know what
dress
I'm saying?
fancy. You're selling knockoff Rembrandts. You got to look the part, man.
Smell
you gotta
like
look
cigarettes,
yeah,
fucking
coughing up vodka.
wrinkled ass clothes. Like you ain't gonna get sales.
No,
I think I could be a salesman if I was actually like pushy, but I'm not.
right. See, that's the thing is
I
you
don't
got
got
to
that
be
motive.
you got to be comfortable.
My brother's he's actually a really good salesman.
Yeah,
He was always selling shit in high school, everything. All
really. If you believe in the product,
Like my brother would be like, "Come on, man, you want this fucking cup, bro? Like, I'll give you this cup. You just give me that phone, and I mean it's fair trade, right?"
yeah. Look,
And they'd be like, "You know what? Yeah." Because my brother would be like, "Oh yeah, I have this," and I'm like, "How the fuck did you get that?" "Oh, I just traded for this." I was like,
nice.
Fucking
So like
shit,
the
bro.
up trade. Have you seen those?
was
Like
great.
someone starts with a paper clip and then they
There was
see
a
how
story
far they can
years
get.
ago, but probably about 15 years ago. There was this kid. That's pretty much what he.
Yeah.
His goal was to get a house.
Yeah. Okay. You're thinking the same story I am.
Yeah, but it was like what 15 years ago. Or
Yeah,
something
he
crazy?
started with a paper
Yep.
clip and ended up with some kind of house. It wasn't a nice house, I don't think, but still, I mean, who cares? A paper clip to a house, just
You want this
trading?
paper clip? Let me get that computer.
Yeah, and then
no,
someone's
fuck
like,
you.
I have a pen that doesn't work, and you're like, oh, okay. There's a mouse that doesn't work. Oh, okay.
As soon as I got no, I'd be all right.
All right.
I think salesmen are more close to being rapists because
They are
They can't take no.
sociopathic.
They can't take no for an answer.
Yeah, and there's a certain level of like, I'm
Are
gonna
you?
win here, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't
I'm
have to
gonna
win.
take it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, a little-
mine. It's already mine.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Speaking of, you brought up that movie I watched, The Gambler.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never heard of it. It's a James Caan movie from probably like the late 70s. It was a really good movie.
Yeah. Where'd you say you saw that on?
It was on Netflix. It's leaving Netflix soon. So if you hear this and you're interested, I would watch it quickly. I don't
Before
know where
it's
it's going to go. Before it goes back into Disney Vault. No,
The Gambler Vault.
it was a really good movie.
So it's just about a guy that's just hooked on gambling.
It's a professor of literature at a college, and he comes from like a wealthy family, but he's just an obsessive gambler. He always is. Yeah, the movie opens to him in a mob club in New York because this is the 70s. So I mean, it was like mobbed up all over the place then. And so he
hate
had a
Owen.
friend in the mob. Paul Sorvino plays this guy that's like.
Is he dead?
I think he did die recently.
They're both of them.
And James Caan died. Yeah.
R.I.P. homie.
So I know, and he actually plays an Irishman, not an Italian in this movie. But
Who, Paul Sorvino?
No, James Caan.
Oh,
Because
okay.
James Caan played Sonny Corleone in
Yep.
The Godfather, but he was not actually Italian. He looked very different than Michael, but he pulled the part off well.
Didn't
But
he get mentioned in our thing in the podcast, that Sammy the Bull podcast?
Yes.
I think they mentioned James Caan during that.
Yep. They did.
Anyway, go ahead, gambler.
So yeah, in this movie, it was really an interesting movie. If you've seen Uncut Gems with
Adam Sandler.
it's a very similar concept. Just like they get into trouble, they get themselves out of trouble, but before they can actually get out of trouble, they get themselves right
Yeah,
back
I've
in
seen some-
because it's like they just can't help themselves. It's like, well, I got this money. I'm not just going to lose it by paying off my debt.
I can make
I
triple.
can make more money, and it's like
I'm gonna bet on this
the whole
horse.
time you're just watching it like, oh my god, dude. And Paul Sorvino's like an actual. It's like Tony to Artie Bucco in The Sopranos.
Yeah,
Like,
he's just trying to
trying to look out for him, and he's like, God, would you stop already?
How
It's
frustrating would
wild.
that be, though? For real, like.
You know, these guys are just like they will kill you, and your buddy's just fucking it up.
Well,
over and over again.
it's an addiction.
It's a
you know?
total addiction.
You know, like
And there's a really good
Jordan
scene
was
where he, like,
notorious
kind of
for being a
explains
gambler.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is like they get addicted to the loss as much as they do the win.
Yeah, like
no
I was just
thanks.
listening to Bad Friends, and Bobby Lee was talking about this story because he used to, I guess, open for Andrew Dice Clay,
Yeah.
right? And I guess Andrew Dice Clay was at like the Mirage or some one of those hotels, and he was big into gambling. He lost, I guess, 200,000, something crazy.
Yeah.
And so apparently the thing was, I guess he worked a deal out with the casino where he was just basically doing shows for free
Gotcha.
to pay off the debt.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's
The
crazy.
casino probably wanted that.
I couldn't even imagine like I go, so over here in Toppenish, like about an hour or so away from us, there's it's a native land. So there's
Legends Casino.
Legends Casino.
Yep.
And I went there for lunch, and we put in like $5 or something at the slot machine, and I won. I think I put in $2, won about $20 off that $2 I put in, and I cashed out quick.
Yeah.
I don't see how people.
I've never won. I go in with like $20. I've gone with my parents. My parents, we all went on a family trip to Vegas 15 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever it was. And yeah, I mean, it was like I would bet like $20 here and there, and I'd lose it instantly and just be like, nope, I'm done. I'm not a gambler.
I'm not either.
I'm not into it. And then like
That's why I don't
if you
do
play
strip
the
clubs. I
table
feel like that's a
games,
fucking gamble too.
and then people are, I'm gonna
I
get
don't want
chlamydia.
crabs or not. You want crabs? You do. Yeah.
No, I'm not. Honestly, I'm not a strip club guy either.
No,
I'm like,
no.
what is the point of this? I'm just sitting here creepily watching. Like, yeah, I mean,
look
like,
at those boobs.
what is the point? I get it for like cinematic things, like movies.
Like, Jesus Christ.
You know, like, I love The Sopranos having scenes in a strip club and stuff like that. It makes
Yeah.
it feel a certain aura.
There's nothing
to it,
wrong
but,
with like admiring the beautiful.
but like
thing,
around
but-
here, we got. I mean, there's not a lot of beauty in our.
Well,
strip
so I
clubs.
went to the strip club with like my buddy for his bachelor party, and like I think I've said, but I was like sober that day, and so it was just this was probably my second time ever being in a strip club.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the strippers were, they're attractive. I'm not gonna lie that they were, but I'm just like looking around, and I just see all these horny guys, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, this is fucking weird. Like, I'm not drunk.
Yeah.
So I'm sober at this time, and I'm just like looking around. And I'm like, we got this guy back here wasting money thinking he's about to get, I don't know,
What?
have sex with this chick when we know that ain't going to happen.
Right.
She's a great salesman.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
what, I mean, essentially that's what
Well,
it
I
is.
mean, if I've heard
I'm
if you
cheap.
pay
I'm like-
enough.
What? You're going to dance on me for how much? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, no, that's
$20? Nah, I'm good.
Well, I don't.
So
wanna
I've
be
never got
danced
like
on
dance
either.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Ew.
I don't mean it's gross. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
Ew,
like
put
a
that
total
pussy
prude,
away.
but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not gonna pay somebody to just dance on me.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. There's a
I think I will go to another one if Alicia comes with me.
yeah.
Like-
See, I've only gone with the Blanca one time.
See, I've
we
never
went
gone with
years
Alicia, so
ago.
I would go just so she can have the experience.
Yeah.
And then I would actually, if she wanted a lap dance, I'd pay for one for her to, because I'd watch that. I'd watch a girl grinding on my chick. I mean, I'm cool with that. But I don't know. I just would feel weird if, yeah, I don't know why. Because I'm in front of guys, I think.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if someone's going to do that
Right.
around no one, I'm okay with
It's
that.
just it's a very odd thing. Like, I'm not that,
I don't know. It's just, to me, strip clubs are just dirty looking.
Right.
And I know there's guys that love that stuff, and I'm
and
probably sound like a prude, but
I don't have any issue with
strip clubs has never been my thing.
Me either.
I don't know what it is. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Naked women? Do I need to pay for that? I could just go down the street and find
I'm just
one.
not that socially sexual. You know what I mean? Like, to me,
That-
sex is kind of a private thing. You just,
Well, even that, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. I'd rather go to like actually go watch a cool ass drag show or something more fun.
In college, we did that.
I would watch
we
that.
all
That shit-
cross-dressed. The girls were guys and the guys were girls, and
Me and Alicia,
we went to a drag show because our college threw it on.
so me and
It
Alicia,
was funny.
There was a not Thanksgiving weekend. We left the kids for Thanksgiving weekend
To see a drag show.
to see a drag show. No, we during was it that weekend of Valentine's Day? I'm like, what the fuck is that day? But we went to Portland. Well, we were gonna go to this masquerade ball, and so it's at like a sex club, I guess, essentially what
Yeah.
it would be. But we were like, let's just check it out. Let's see, because they were gonna do like a spanking demonstration.
Oh.
You know, like we're like, oh, let's do it. But then we ended up because we were gonna even go clubbing and dance. But then we both ended up like, let's eat a nice dinner and we'll do that and we'll just go back to the hotel. You know,
You get to a certain age and it's just very, very tiring.
it sounds awesome, but then we were like, nah.
Yeah, it's easier
But
to
we
just go.
kind of both wish we would have went to that masquerade ball just to check it out. It'd be something different.
Yeah.
It'd be, I don't know. It could have been fun.
Just rich people fucking each other.
We wake up with people in our bed. Be like, what the fuck happened?
And you don't even drink. That'd be a wild night.
That would be.
You must have taken some bump.
I know. There's this fucking good segue. So I was on Facebook the other day and I see this ad and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Are they promoting cocaine? Like, and I'm not joking. Like, you see lines and you see like the powder and I'm like, what is going on? What are they selling here? It's like, want to bump? And I'm like,
Yeah, they're flat out using
like, yeah, I want to bump, but like, what are you bumping though here? But no, it was cocaine. It was cocaine. It was cocaine. No, it was caffeine.
like pure caffeine in powder form.
In powder form, and it's actually in the little vials that are small, like that you see like in like the
People
movies.
stick your
wear it around your
pinky in
neck.
Yeah. That's
But
insane.
it's caffeine. There's like, I want to say it was like 400 milligrams of caffeine. There's a liquid form too. I don't know what that's all about.
That's for injecting.
It's heroin. It's liquid heroin. Everyone knows. Let me see if I can find the
No, it's absolutely insane. I
messages.
don't see that being allowed to continue for very long. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, God bless.
No. It can't. I'm going to show you guys a video. Not a video. A picture. I sent it to my text because I was talking to them about it.
I need you guys' performance up.
Your guys' performance.
Everyone's
is,
getting a vial of bump.
And this isn't just like a funny picture. This
No,
is
this is like legit. Like this is a
legit.
real
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
that
This
you
is
can
from
really buy.
This is from the company. Anybody who's ever done.
There it is.
There it is. See
the powder on the table? It's like on a
Like-
piece of glass with powder all over it.
But like, for one, I think it's kind of fucked up that you promote that because like there's kids that are gonna be like, oh, that looks fun.
Well,
Let's do
right,
some-"
and you are promoting a drug lifestyle. I mean, like, hey, snort a line of bump.
Yeah. You know what?
don't know.
I'm gonna see if we can get them sponsored, and I'm gonna do a line on air.
I will not be joining you, but
Come
I
on,
mean,
man.
I love caffeine. Don't get me wrong. I drink my coffee, but
How many milligrams is caffeine in a
cup of
coffee?
I have
It's
no
got to be
idea.
400 milligrams. That seems like a lot.
That seems like a lot.
Like I died of a heart attack
Well,
because I
isn't that-
did a bump of caffeine.
Right,
Caffeine.
I'm not, like-
caffeine.
Caffeine.
It's caffeine.
So, one thing I will say, instead of doing some bump, why don't you do something that can actually be good for you, and do a little
Magic mind.
magic mind? Magic Mind actually is it's like a stimulant, but with natural supplements, not
and
an insane amount of caffeine.
and you're not snorting it.
No, you're not snorting it.
Does it even have caffeine? If it does, it would be natural caffeine.
Yeah, I don't think it does, just like by the nature of itself. But it has vitamins. It has
it's natural. Yeah,
you know what I just
that's actually natural, like energy.
And I mean, just packed full of vitamins and things that are scientifically proven to help improve your health.
What'd you read about ashwagandha?
So there's a guy I work with that was talking about how ashwagandha is, and I could be totally wrong. Maybe he didn't say this, but I thought this is what he said, that ashwagandha is like a natural T booster.
Yeah. Yep.
So if you're in that,
Testosterone.
if you're in that age range where it's like, things just aren't happening the way they used to, you're not, as they say on certain commercials, lifting the way that you did once and all that, hey, this has ashwagandha in it. I just like a ton of natural
Really give
things.
it to her.
It's you can drink it daily. It's actually, the longer you take it, the more of an impact it has on you, which I think that shows
It's just like a daily vitamin.
Works. Yeah, I mean, exactly. But in a shot form, tastes pretty good. Looks very earthy. My first thought was it's probably not going to be that great.
It doesn't taste earthy.
No, it tastes. I thought it was very delightful in its flavor.
Yeah, it's better chilled for sure.
And as we always mention, look at that artwork. I mean, that artwork alone, I'd put that on my wall. I'd buy this.
I would
for
put
my
this.
wall.
Yeah, see, I would sell this to Safeway.
Yeah, Safeway'd buy it. If you had
Safeway.
that art, they'd buy it.
You know what? Not only do you have this awesome art, but you got Magic Mind,
That's right.
which is tasteful. It boosts your energy. You don't get the crash.
So that's the other thing. If you take Bump, which is ridiculous,
I feel like you'd crash hard.
You'd crash hard, and that's the point of these guys. Is they it's like the specialization of it is that you get an energy boost, but it's long lasting without a crash. So you get sort of like natural energy boosting.
Because it has that matcha.
Yeah, right.
That's why.
So does matcha have caffeine in it?
It might have like natural caffeine.
Sure. But I mean, coffee does too.
So like matcha is actually another thing that's actually really good for like a men's health. So guys out there, like matcha's it's another good like I don't know, vitamin or herb that's like good for you.
Nice.
Along with that ashwagandha. I can't even say it. I drink the tea.
Ashwagandha.
So I have tea that's actually,
because isn't it a tree in Africa? The ashwagandha.
yeah, and it's good for stress levels.
Nice.
And
So it does a lot of good things.
And so like I have some matcha tea as well that I drink. But yeah, it's awesome. So to have all that in here though, instead of making a thing of tea, and sometimes teas just, you don't want that fucking shit. Like
No.
it's all
On
it's
a hot summer day,
Yeah,
you don't want
I'd
a
rather
hot
have
cup of
something
tea.
chill. So grab yourself a Magic Mind.
Yeah, grab it today. You can go to magicmind.com and put in the code. Let me look up our code again. You can look up the code
Just blended.
Just Blended 20 for 20% off of your purchase. Yeah. Magic Mind. They also, on the website, they have some like specials. Depending on how you decide to purchase, you can purchase a larger quantity.
The best way would be to get yourself like a supply of like a few months, because over
the price
time,
reduces, and you get it for, I mean, a really, really reasonable price.
well, just like any other like vitamin or any health thing, the more you take, the
longer term.
it actually, that's where you benefit. Like if you do it once or twice, you're not really benefiting
Right.
from what it has.
Right.
It might kick in here and there, but I think long term is when you want
Long term, it's going to build up.
That
in your
wins the
body like
game,
normal
man.
Things, yeah. So anyway,
slow and steady wins the race,
Magic
bro.
Mind. Don't do Bump. Do Magic Mind.
Yeah.
There is no association, by the way, between those two.
Don't be a chump and do bump.
Yeah.
Be a man and do Magic Mind.
Beat the grind and do Magic Mind.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Beat your meat and do. Wait, what? Wait.
So yeah, I don't know, man. That was crazy to learn. You showed me that last night, and I was like, that's not gonna stand. There's gonna be a point where the FDA is like, nope.
One of my texts, because I sent it to them, and I go, "Here's the caffeine stuff I was talking about earlier." And one of the guys go, "This absolutely looks like a great way to get pulled over, fired, at least banned from the local Dairy Queen."
Yeah. I think imagine someone just pulling that out in the middle of a store and just like.
I want to get it
line.
just to do that, but I don't know. If you take that stuff, I feel like you would like it'd be bad for your heart.
I don't think it'd be good for you. That level of
Cocaine's bad for your heart.
It is.
I want to know, is it instant like cocaine? Because cocaine, like when you do it, you feel the effect pretty
away.
quick, but then it's like
A pretty big crash, right? Like
it's not a crash, but it's
but
more
it
of
wears
a
off fast.
It wears off within about 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and then you want to do another bump. But then you do get a headache afterwards later on.
Really?
Yeah. Once everything kind of wears out, like you wake up, depending on how much coke you did, like the night before or something, I've woke up with headaches before because I've done it when I used to do that shit.
Well, I mean, you're snorting powder into your nose. That's got to be kind of.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's in my sinuses and shit.
yeah.
Why does my head hurt?
It's all
I got
right
a crack rock up there.
here, right here. God dang, man. Oh, intervention. I've watched.
Now I want to know if there's going to be a drip too, because when you do coke, you get this drip. So when you do it, you get this. They call it the drip in the back of your throat.
Like a sinus drip.
Yeah, it's just like the coke drip. I don't know, and it kind of numbs you because coke will numb you a little
So
bit.
it's like the residual.
Brushing my teeth with
Wow.
this caffeine, bro.
See, I've never even been around Coke, so I don't know anything really about it.
It's
but
pretty crazy.
yeah, I've watched. They have like new episodes of Intervention on Netflix. It's crazy, man. I'm like, I feel bad for.
Oh, dude,
It's awful.
I'm just very thankful I've never let myself get to a point where there was no return.
Yeah.
Because I know there's people like where they get to those points where it's like, holy shit.
Right.
I only used to do this because it was fun. Now I'm sucking
Right.
dick for heroin or something. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like it gets to that point.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful that never got there because I don't know. Who knows where my life? I probably wouldn't have kids. I'd probably be dead on the streets.
Yeah, I mean, there's like
Sucking dick for Coke.
There's people that I mean, really like they don't last long. It's sad. It's sad.
I wonder how many people are going to get that caffeine and try to sell it like it's.
Well,
Here,
yeah,
man,
I
here's
just
my-
can see so many avenues where that goes wrong.
Oh, dude.
I don't know. If you're trying to get clean,
Want a bump. That's what
I
trips me
know
out.
it's like, and it's completely playing on the cocaine thing, which I get it on the sense of just like.
I thought it was more,
completely
haha, this is funny, but I was like, this is
capitalistic.
real.
No, they show it in lines. I mean, they show in their advertising like lines cut. I'm like, the mafia had to have been behind
You buy 3 vials, you get a free key.
it. Yeah. Hey, we got a light bulb here that you can put it in to smoke it. I don't know. It's sad. Please don't do fake cocaine. Don't do real cocaine. I was listening to I started listening to Talking Sopranos with Michael Imperioli and
Like it's a podcast?
God, I can't think of his last name. The guy that
Buscemi.
played Bobby. It wasn't Buscemi, but
No.
it's the guy that played Bobby. And they're funny together. And he was asking him.
Is it a
'cause-
podcast?
yeah, Michael Imperioli, his character Christopher, he
Yeah,
did a
I
lot
know
of
who he
drugs,
is.
and he like snorted lines in the show and stuff. And he goes, "So what was that you guys were snorting?" And he goes, "I don't know." He goes, "I think it was probably the stuff that they cut cocaine with." And he goes, "So you're like shitting through a screen door for a while?" He's like, "I'm sure I was. It was probably just pure because whatever I guess they cut cocaine with,
Usually it's like
acts
baking
like a
soda
laxative
or something. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what they use, but
You do
it
get
was-
the. When
Yeah.
you do that, you do get like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
yeah.
I wonder what they do cut it. I thought it was like,
I don't know. Well, what they were saying was some sort of laxative, but
I believe it.
I don't know. I've never seen a laxative in that.
I always just thought Coke was a natural, like, that. Like that.
natural laxative.
But I know people have cut it with like baking soda or something. Because
Yeah.
it has like a consistency that's
Just
pretty similar.
Is it kind of sticky-ish?
No,
like
it's very powdery.
but yeah, but I mean, like baking soda kind of compacts together.
Well, yeah. So the rock, you'll get like when you buy like you buy some cocaine. Sometimes it'll be rocked up. So you like chop off parts of it because it'll be like a little stone.
but not
like
actually
small.
hard. Just like a
No, yeah, it's hard, but not hard. Like I could squish it and it would probably break up pretty
okay.
easy, relatively easy.
Yeah.
Like meth's more like hard, I think,
Right.
than meth is.
I've watched Breaking Bad.
Yeah. So I think meth's a little like more hard in that sense because coke you can just like use your like card and just like
So
bust off a piece.
How do people chop meth to snort?
You just
meth?
crush it.
Oh, okay.
So you just get it and you crush it, and then you'll like I would get $1, and then I would crush it with like a credit card, similar to like Coke in a
Yeah,
sense.
okay.
So it breaks up like that, and then you just chop it up, and then you snort it at work. Safe.
Good idea.
Yeah, we would do this.
Nice,
We would do this
productive.
at my last job. Me and my old roommate, me and her would like do lines at work.
Wow.
So terrible, dude. Be in my office, be like, hey, let's do this Coke real quick.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
It was tough. I'm
good times.
I'm glad I've never been curious about drugs. I've never. I mean, I've like most Americans, I've smoked a little weed at times, but I'm.
Yeah, see, I used to do that.
I
too.
don't know. I'm
I used
not.
Actually, no, I haven't smoked weed in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't know.
I quit.
I think part of me is afraid. Like,
Oh no, about maybe a week and a half.
I'm so food addicted. Like I don't know. I would never want to have.
I'd rather be Coke addicted.
I just like like it's hard to say no to food sometimes. I can only imagine if it's a drug and you're
Last night I got up at I don't know 1 in the morning. Like I said, I had the sweats. What do you do at 1 in the morning? Got the sweats. You want a cookie? Sure.
you want some food to keep those sweats going.
Yeah. So I ate a part of a cookie.
Sure. Why
I was
not?
like, I don't know why I'm hungry. I'm sad. I want to eat my sadness.
I'm not off the rails, but I'm definitely doing worse than I used to with that kind of stuff.
It
I'm
happens.
like, oh, a cookie. Well, it sounds good. I'm just going to eat a cookie. But I'm also still working out, still doing those types of things. I'm healthier. I just hope my doctor's like, yeah, things are still looking good. Because
I have a doctor's appointment on the 12th of April.
I don't have one probably till next fall, but
We'll see what happens. If it gets canceled, I'm just never going to the doctor again because it's taken literally almost a year for me to get in. So
it's nuts.
and
yeah.
it's not even a new patient.
right.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, our doctor.
I'm like, God, I would really hate to be really needing a doctor right now because this really sucks.
right.
Yeah.
Right. I know.
Yeah. So yeah, I know. Yeah. We know you got some kind of like terminal illness, but
So a year ago, when you tried to make the appointment, it wasn't terminal yet, but unfortunately, you waited too long, and now you're
and now
gonna
we
die.
can't see you. Sorry.
Now it's stage 4. So
But no, yeah, it's
that's rough.
kind of switching gears.
Yeah.
We can do question of the week.
Okay.
God damn it. That's the question. No. Hey, so, and this got brought up because sometimes my anger can get the best of me.
Okay.
Right. So, how are you when you're angry? Do you have a knee jerk reaction? And like, what is your, I guess, yeah. How do you act when you're angry? Like, do you just, your knee jerk reaction, or do you think, okay, I'm angry, let me calm down? You know what I mean? Is there a
Yeah.
process when you're angry? What's your process when you're angry?
Me personally,
Yeah, just yours in
So
general.
I
Just
think I kind
anybody.
of have. It depends on where I'm at and the circumstances. If I'm in my safe space, I have a more knee jerk reaction.
Yeah.
If I'm mad, I vocalize it, which I probably shouldn't. It probably shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
because it's like my family shouldn't witness the worst of me all the time. But in public, I tend to be way more thoughtful and
Quiet.
Yeah, like
about
at
it.
work, I'm not just gonna go off the rails.
Fucking kids.
Yeah, I mean, throwing stuff against the wall or whatever.
Bullshit.
But I
2 +
also
2
though,
isn't
like
5.
so I've noticed about me, like when confronted, if I feel that it's a legitimate issue that I need to own, I'll apologize
Yeah.
and then move on. But if it's something I disagree with, I get kind of what's the word? I'll be like, so you feel that way, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get almost condescending,
Yeah.
which is probably not any better. But
You
I get
become an asshole.
I get really annoyed when someone tries to tell me, because I don't do that to other people typically. I'm not walking around like looking to tell them.
Yeah.
So when someone does it to me, it's like kind of like essentially mind your fucking business. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think for me, I tend to, and I don't do this in public either. I guess in that sense, I'm
Yeah.
more of a. I guess I think about it, or I get quiet. I'll shut down. Usually, I shut down when I get super angry.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm around like a bunch of people and I know I can't like blow my top.
Right.
But typically, I have that same knee jerk reaction.
As
Like
I'm getting older, though, I find myself talking more.
I'm trying to be more self-aware. Because I think sometimes with anger, at least for me, that self-awareness is so hard. Like in those moments where I probably should be chilling because there is the kids around, or, you know, maybe there's people around or whatever. But like in those moments of, you know, I'm not clear. I don't give a. I'm just like, blah.
Yeah. I've
know?
been there too.
I get super pissed and I'm like, this bullshit, goddamn it.
Yeah.
I'll kick something, hurt my toe, you know, whatever. You know, like.
Well, it gets the hardest time is when you've been working on a project for a long time, and you get to that rummy point where things just aren't going right because your brain's not completely okay at that moment.
Yep.
You're tired, hungry, and it's just you're asking for a physiological reaction. You know.
Oh yeah.
Like your brain and body are just ready to go, and then something goes wrong and you snap. And so yeah, I mean, like there's definitely an awareness piece.
There's times where I'm like, okay, I can realize that, like I can feel it.
Yep.
And so then in those moments when I'm feeling like I'm filling up, like I can feel myself getting angry, is when I like will step away.
Yeah.
But those times where it just like comes, that's where I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know, I react.
Yeah.
And not, like I did that to I didn't do anything to the dog, but the dog nipped at me. One of our dogs. She's like, I don't know what the hell her problem was, but she like whines, and so like I went to go grab her to go take her outside, and she's like, like freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck? And then she starts biting at my hand, and I was like, God dang it! Like threw her down on the floor, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
And obviously, of course, anytime this happens, there's a kid there, and so I think Cheeky's seen it, and then Cheeky grabs the dog to go, you know, take her outside, and then I go take her, and then I go, so let me just see the dog. Let me go take her outside. So I'm being gentle outside, like, all right, Vixie, I don't know what your fucking problem is, but I'm putting the leash on, and I'm getting to put the leash on. She's like, you know, freaking out. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, okay, just calm down, just calm down. But yeah, like in those moments, though, I have those like knee jerk reactions, and Lucy's like, you need to really, you know, this.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. Sometimes when the wife says things to you, it's annoying.
That can be a little triggering. Yeah.
But it's also, there's what she says isn't wrong.
Right.
So I think sometimes that truth of,
But I think
of you need to check yourself, it sets in where it's, I'm like more annoyed now. Why are you telling me this stuff? I know. Don't tell me.
I think a lot of times though it's the tone that's used. It's not a supportive tone. It's more of a here you go again kind of.
Yeah, and Alicia did it. She was like, I'm not trying to be your mom. I don't want you to think I'm trying to be mom to you. I just think you need to really blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I know.
How about
it's
you
not that easy
from yourself?
I feel like sometimes those knee-jerk reactions is really, and I don't know how many other people can relate, but sometimes it's really hard to just be like, I feel like I'm gonna be angry.
Yeah, it's an awareness.
It's more of like I'm here to hear.
You can learn it. I mean,
I'm sure
but
you
it
can.
takes time.
And I've had.
Let's be honest, neither one of us have wives that are very good at checking their anger when it's coming up.
And Alicia actually pointed that out. She's like, I'm not one to talk, you know, but
yeah.
You know, sometimes the kids, I'm like, I know.
No, and it's not wrong.
And I just sit there and I'm like, I know.
God damn it! Throw something against the wall.
Yeah. Because you know, when you're getting told something you're doing that you realize isn't right. Like,
you're already angry. You
get upset because you're, you know it's wrong,
right?
Or you did something that probably wasn't the smartest, but you're like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. You didn't need to tell me. I already know. I don't. You know.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. God damn it.
Right.
But
no, I've been a lot calmer.
Well, I have, for overall, I think I'm the same. I've been a lot more.
Generally speaking, I got worked up the other night because I saw a video that got me really upset. So then I gotta not go down those rabbit holes of watching things that upset me.
Well, like I had told Alicia, I think I've been doing a pretty good job. I was like, because the dogs tend to, I'm with the dogs all the time, so sometimes they tend to get a little overwhelming, and I used to get upset. Like Rex can be a little extra.
Yeah.
And so I've been really good about not being like, okay, let's go. Come on, let's go. No, you ain't listening right now. I don't want to choke you, but let's go. And I do a really good job. I've been self-aware in that sense.
Yeah.
And it's really hard sometimes because, like you said, it's just, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I'm still working on it.
I hear you. It's a long-term process, and I've been reading these stories. We do like social emotional lessons in class, and I bought this book series 2 years ago, I think. It's these emotion spots, and so this series, it covers all the different emotions, and the idea being that if you visualize it as a spot, they can get too big. And when the feelings get too big, that's a problem.
Yeah.
These feelings will always exist, and they're not a problem in and of themselves.
Yeah.
But there's each book teaches a different tactile strategy of touching your fingers or like drawing a circle and then reaching out. And there's a physical connection there that kind of changes your thinking, and you're focusing on doing something else rather than reacting to that emotion. And it's kind of interesting with little kids because they're so open to all the new ideas and stuff. They're just...
Well, it's hard when your kids start like keeping that anger.
mimicking.
Yeah, doing that. Like me, I keep my anger pretty much inside. Like when I'm upset, like I keep with a lot of things. I let it boil.
Yeah.
I'm a boiler over. Like I keep everything down here, and then eventually I'm like,
yeah.
Which I've, like I said, like not lately, but just over the last years, over a few years, I've been, it's something I've worked on because you got to work on those things.
Right.
And so, but then when I see like Elena, I can see she's the same way. She like internalizes a lot of things, keeps a lot of things in, and then if something happens, then it's like,
yeah.
It's like, girl, you got to let that out. And, I'm not one to say, but I also relate because I do the same shit.
Right. Right.
And it's my fault. That's why you see it. I don't know.
Stupid.
Right?
Yeah. No, I know.
Bad.
Anger, sorrow, frustration.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of pent up anger. And I still have anger probably from stuff in my life that I don't realize it, but I'm guessing that's where a lot of it stems from. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
yeah, we all have our ways of dealing with anger, and we can learn better options if you honestly, one of the good things about therapy is it's not just like a head game where someone's asking these deep questions that are tricky, and a lot of it is just somebody giving you the tools to learn a new way to deal with things. So if you're dealing with extreme anger and you're not handling it the right way, there are therapists out there that can help you figure out a better strategy and can help you kind of tweak that behavior a little bit. So
we'll see how my anger does today when I go golf.
The golf courses can be a real challenge with anger,
especially because I'll be around people I don't know, and I'm gonna be like
nervous. I get
nervous.
I get nervous in those settings when I have to perform like that.
I'm gonna suck. I suck at golf. Like, because me and you, we hit off the tee and we suck.
Are
We're
you
like,
saying I suck? No, I know. You can't.
You get one.
They make you go, and they really get snarky on the speed. Like you just.
Yeah, this one you can only spend so much time looking for a ball.
Yep.
Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm boring myself, it seems like. We'll let you guys go.
All right, guys. Well, next week is Easter, so maybe we'll see you on Easter Sunday.
Maybe. I'll be in Oregon.
Oh, we'll probably see you the week after Easter then. So enjoy your Easter. Have a blessed time.
Yeah. Enjoy the Easter Bunny and Jesus.
All right, guys.
Hand in hand.
Have a great week. Bye.